Consent refers to the voluntary agreement to engage in sexual activity. However, consent given under the influence of alcohol or drugs or due to threats is not valid. Because rape is defined as sexual penetration by a man's penis, only men can face charges of rape. So what's the distinction between rape and underage sex? Rape under Singapore's laws involve a man using his penis to penetrate the vagina, anus, or mouth of a person without their consent. Notably, if the victim is below 14 years of age, penile penetration constitutes rape regardless of the victim's consent. Because rape is defined as sexual penetration by a man's penis, only men can face charges of rape. In cases where the perpetrator or offender is female, on the other hand, they may face charges of sexual assault involving penetration, carrying equivalent penalties as rape under Section 376 of the Penal Code. So what's the distinction between rape and underage sex? Rape and underage sex are two distinct offences with separate penalties. Underage sex involves engaging in sexual activity with a person under 16, regardless of consent to penetration. However, situations where the victim is between 14 and 16 and did not consent to penetration are categorized as rape. So what does consent actually mean? Consent refers to the voluntary agreement to engage in sexual activity. However, consent given under the influence of alcohol or drugs or due to threats is not valid. Is marital rape an offence in Singapore? The answer is yes. It is an offence for a man to commit rape against his wife. The law was recently amended to remove the previous immunity for men against marital rape, allowing prosecution now if the wife did not consent to sexual intercourse. What are the penalties imposed for rape? Offenders convicted of raping a victim aged 14 or older will face imprisonment for up to 20 years and receive caning. Aggravated rape involving factors such as violence or victims under 14 carry a minimum sentence of 8 years and up to 20 years in caning. When deciding the type and amount of punishment that should be imposed for a case of rape, the courts follow a sentencing framework that considers factors including the manner of the offence and the harm caused to the victim. Offences fall into three broad bands or categories, with different imprisonment periods and caning requirements based on the aggravating factors. Is there support for victims of rape? Absolutely. Victims are encouraged to seek medical attention and to preserve evidence promptly. In addition, emotional support hotlines such as the Samaritans of Singapore or SOS are also available. Victims of rape can always and should always seek justice. If you found this helpful, follow us on our channels for more legal things.